not everyone can be an entrepreneur. Almost because the design system being no there to microphone it. And those who speak like that think they're intelligent. But they don't have any resource. And they only think of their interest. Very selfish people. If you live in a country that the youth are going through the desert to look for job, to think that what was another. So if it is your duty to create job for somebody, we'll say not everybody can be. So you are not part of it. You see yourself as separate from the problems. So enjoy, and the school made you to think like that. The religion made you to think like that. So you talk with a lot of eloquent English, but without any resource, except the ones that they put you in charge, which when they take from you, you are back to zero. You know, so let's diffuse a lot of these things. Everyone can build wealth. And the best way to build wealth is to create business, investment. And when you talk of investment, it's not treasury bills and stock. Talking of cocoa farm, cattle, kube, because those are the systems that work here. What do I say? In this whole person will be a here. It's the slave that they tell them not everyone can own a business. It's the slave. It's the enslaved. So can you be no catch an ambassador will be anti me? Yeah, chair the CCD. Okay, that's it.
Okay, and then the main point. Oh,
yeah. Legendary of our time. Yeah, nanumfa imfibi bilinka dia woye hu mfa nimdie ne enka ho hia nimdie no in a broader way so that the misinformation.
Legend, that's a pa. What can say Mrs. Yama shocking? What's it history? No, what kind of books now about history? No, and a sparky baby.
Yeah.
Wait me, actually, one crack.
I was at Okaya, if service school, I'm going to Chesanoma Mokanyina, who because he was school association with a friend of black engineers. I made my show interest because I was coming from a very religious background. As a matter of fact, your school, your university, not me a quality, the keyboard. So I was so much involved in church activities. Yes.
Okay.
You know? So, Madam now the own time in Africa will grow because Papa, baby, I made me feel it was all about suit, all about tie, those kind of things. But I bear 2005. Me started saying me search it. Some of the write-ups from Professor Molefi Asante and Dr. Runoko Rashidi. Tina me taking kind articles kakran. That time now, videos in the sound of man no so. And there was this great man, a friend, Dr. Frederick Casey Price. And the series, they are still on the internet. Race, religion, racism. I was so much obsessed with those series. And to make I say me a postgraduate grammar for Bakugana and Oba was I don't know, but now me pay BB. But me uncle the owns a uncle for who's always be down here that on country was a hill. Or because I don't know how me was a time, I made me time. Gather the house. And from those series, I had so much. It's the brain. Internal the foundation upon which almost everything that we are doing is built. And the history, because also whether you like it or not, history no could be trade. Now that someone said the almost no crana say intro. No crana said the don't know much in our intro. Because if you want to teach people their history, you teach them their greatness. But history and microphone in any money idea him be. Abrofo ne bedi yeso mo ba ne yenhye ntade ne yenhye mpapoa in matwe in marking kan ne kunkum ye ho ne ye kunko ye ne tribes bebre koko san sam no mo ka kire you. Now with the information I have now, those are not true. And therefore So who says in seminal and yanokra? You started say wo jo ho adi. Now started say wo so de wo who be binia when he as a matter of fact, so need some information na we tuntum na to say me a ohene kura na ohia beka sente se broni de enti umpe enya ofe utrenwe enya ofe skin color enya ofe ye wo mai bebre a omo kohhehye no ma bebre akuomo ho because of the lack of the knowledge of their own history. And information now broni de ato just say no so we need dia anything I go for the bebre po ho sa no tembia ba ya wa hye wevon odwen se no na efe nye no na efe ni knowledge na wo ho no isua enti ne dia anytime enti ne din kra no just opebro ni and okwa kan krofo say fashion we asesa de nya hwi asesa ne te e sa de te dia wo se ka China ni fa ye de na abrofo so fa ye din e omho so omso ye tuntum no omso se omotumi enye sa de te ye de ya brainwashing no wono na wodwen se ne de nye obi de pe na ye the standard so and me no kra me no ye ka ye te ye ka brofi say France for na be di ha kakra nke be ka French se sen abrofi on be di yan eno ntina se be aye manso amaya on be se ba o miss o se ka brofo a wo fa ba bia ye nte brofo kra na ye pese ye kan so it is no man one tiase a we tuntuma. The thing is that there's a brainwashing machinery to confuse the Africans, to keep them in perpetual subjugation and servitude. And sebe only unyana na as a papa na wo hwe na wa bosi utabota wo kambro for so ko school abroach ba the credit said you nim no enti me moai because information e demand no ni patuntum no was information e not of enti say wo pese wo tisa no ma we ase a wo start say wo sua history no from the 15th or the 16th century to the 10th 20th century over the span of 400 years and normal brofo intentionally omoka say ewiase nyina no wunye broni a wunye nipa na the highest form of the most intelligent breed of the human race is the white man omo the creators are no man nyina na before kra they yenye full human beings. As a matter of fact, the time that they were writing the fair constitution of America, the African Americans were not considered as full human beings. Now what the hell into omo the free bible omo the free science edwadie mu almost everything abroni di animu bia no also kire se yenye nipa into obetima ye de wo se ye bia enintina se wo hwe a obefa nipa wa ha no do wa pack omo to se sadin no omo da shape no mu from where as a matter of omo fa nipa no wi a before say de no kwakoto shape no kura no ye yen sebe emmo bia ye beka se nyame suban anase nyame sukura ne yemu the entire obetima yesa and it's a modern culture no say yeah no we are not full human beings. Now the world changed, the trajectory of the world changed because of that. A lot changed, and Africans they see who you is from that point. Normal brofo e dey book man e woni ania and I say woni ntiase na wonsu ya normal ya church the school nyina up to date no to do no one fix those errors and into that the beginning we school we are bon say why confused hu no hu ye say obi kuta PhD obi kuta doctorate degree medicine and so catch us one fan to no kofa visa or the better kofa visa o pass say ko University of Ghana na say come university e catch mo fa na year say opa ye mouse certificate no ye ma American visa and you see how many of our people will opt for that. Why? It's the brainwashing machinery which is in charge. You know, so we tuntum we are brand say so when you the obwa we are be very confused because the realities will push you. We school we will be a mawajuma na wo hwe wo make or join politics and answer the otia sorry the okwa one way we rebe ho na wonya gidie ba kokora ha na wonya ni da so bia so ha so e kopim so be sua de foforo aside no man betete free any so and here these are some of the things that yes we are over all these years and those things have made our minds like steel.
Wonderful. Legend Dasi. Emse Nancy ye seminar Kumasi and ye finance seminar near business and yama. Anche that's already who another flyer. We see knowledge seminar. And you know, you will see knowledge you need for personal business and financial success. And Obu a who say I say mo de bia seminar. And ye bisa say
every day was again 1,000
okay.
times. So here normal air chichiri and crop forwarding continually. And then normal achichiri again. And then obi bas seminar and sema what and who they become. Just like seminars every minute. As a matter of fact, your online seminars ground. Ni pade be break me catch you say Mr. Kasama Sesa. Many different business partner, many different vision, different aspirations. So sometimes some say I yes I have seminar this way. Programs I mean odia in can here every day. Every time I make a program be also meaning say a destiny moment for many people. Because how we catch us me share video way. Anytime I am doing some make Ghana be. My better assassin 100 acres say me year full. Na me say come in Ghana. Matimi be a business. Obi kura catch me say he said me name kunu aware aso pa because we listen to you. And so every one of our meetings is a moment of change, of greatness for somebody. And it is a obi knowledge seminar. You bet my seminar ne o chinebe say. Omo court every day. Omo court every day. Then I'm going. Omo go sorry every day. Omo sorry every day. Then I'm going. So the people who are hungry need to be fed. So and so we create an atmosphere. Because ye die ejina nipa washia omo. So abra bobo koso a nipa washia no say washia physically or virtually. Into wo de opa hwe abra bom. Obi a wote no, obi a connect no, obi a ofre won komo am start di ye. Ena ma wo start sa business no. Ena ma wo nya sa akunu no. Ena ma wo start sa industry no, start sa wo save sika, wo start sa wo ye. Asem no nhyira no wo nipa. Into the more we create an environment and nipa interact no, the more prosperity that we create. Ye kromo has ye be shia na ye na say where the yes ye politics. I'm sorry. Very few places and ye create atmosphere nipa be share ideas ya ye. Now, say ye betima ye wa asase we so a ye baabi a ye ma onimdi a ye de tutu sika ye de ye business, ye de ye investment. And me no nyina nim say sa no man kwa say bi mo ya e brofo no mo ka brofo de no mekeka kire. Ye de ye kan ye de local normal examples na nipa no bebre can relate to and have access to and no and ye de ye enti time bia na abrante bia baba wa bia wo beba ho bia na I can tell you anytime bia wo beba ho no enye ye asem kra ye ka se nkrofo fa microphone no so mo kasa won say time bia nkrofo ba wo say enye the changing moment for me was not time mo kasa a time I will be far microphone what kind of story the oba wabeye me kai kumase ma me ba ko o se ni bra ba ko abroche no ta mano videos ni bi no de ato ba bi wo so person ko America na nti o ka chere say making business seminar na ye no na nko mra bi no so de o ma nti chere na ne bra no start so wo send ni videos ni bi nti one time na they pay attention o de ma me hwe ba ko nti o hwe no say eh ade a me hwehwe no enie maame no ankasa baa ya wo fa microphone wo kasa wo se na manko school be brain na medwen se me nua no mo manko school no mo chenye e kopem se me start se me tie de mo kana mo se na se me so metima bom he so and there was why establishing the business wo the America visa to a wonko into ba se me na no be kasa se abrante ba ko wo se ne maame ne papa ne maame ya abrewan papa so free mache wo technical university wo sunyan wo no ankasa na tuan ho ba wo se wo school no wo do abrofo no wo de hwe ne ho ene wanyemobo the knowledge ye won nipa ni bebre bi mo tete abrochira I can tell you it's not hundreds, it's thousands every day constantly they send information to us the umatimia ene kra me share ba ko South America crash ni kese pa em say the time we school the same time na kra no so we school was me hwe woni the entire interview and my drink said no this is what I've been looking for on na oba ne say atambia ono no o muso mu na abrochira o betana kakra no sa ko tabi o pese obeyi bibi o ha wona ne nkrofo di nkomo ayese Ghana de hwini ho into the time I nya sa interview no share no say this is what I've been looking for and an type no ye bebre you African Americans Jamaicans now no make in a program back oh I'm sorry American African was it let's say I was hooked to that interview Because in some ye can and some actually say yes, also we are human beings and we have our structures and systems. And to the entire yes, our seminars we know, say be a no, especially the young ones, a benya interaction with their kind that almost so ambitious on person ye. So what Tiana will chance are buying baby mama, you are deceived. As obey my Johnny and this it is at the end this year by and chess obey. Nimdian could out in here to send him the end was a bone the room more. And I think there is no better place than creating this kind of atmosphere. Why in Crawford or more ye BP or more ye or much more ye. No be cast back or so by your programs now. Also be over piano or the boldness never. I'm saying Annie was depending on differently. And so I think that such seminars should be happening every minute. Looking at the time, I was here back up to wake up people up. And so we are not even doing enough. You know, and here that's it. So knowledge seminar. Knowledge is the seed for change. Knowledge is the fuel for life. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is light. You cannot bring freedom to people until you bring them knowledge. And this knowledge is for your finances. It's for your personal success. It's for your business success. So nimdia utisomu. Nipano enye hiya na Africa constantly yete. And hiya wa Africa anye no kore. Hiya wa Africa and kabrofunu companies wa hanomu yede wa. Wa catch now say here wa because that's a strategy. Say be ya obeju ho adi abrofo method bi wonte ya ba men catch now. Or say can the old person offer them catch them kopim so beji adi. Constantly call them poor so that they will see themselves as poor. It's a strategy. Call them weak. Call them corrupt leaders. So constantly almost now Africa's problem is corruption. It's not true. They are more corrupt than us. But the average African youth believes in the politicians. Look at it, Nanado, we are very corrupt, maybe. What do you say, American president when you're corrupt? You think that the Chinese president is a saint?
Corrupt, the grass is also a brofo, corrupt.
That, a brofo.
There's the from whatever.
Nane, and Sebe, a strategy, warfare. It is a one swia, who be used words be brain. Now, the words that come out of your mouth, and Sebe free one number naturally. And it is a oh, you're paying for your corrupt. Of course, it means that it's a symptom of colonization. It's a symptom of a colonized mind. And the more colonized they are, the more they speak like those who sought to subjugate us. You know, to so the more I walk kicker, oh, you know, Ghana dear, so say you're poor. Ghana dear hospital, Papa Biania, a BBN, not as only said the colonization is working big time. The moment you started to work cancer and panonadin says colonization I started ever from. And colonization means that people to think of Momo dream in a different way from who they really are. So and it's a mechanism, it's a warfare strategy to make a whole generation believe that they are poor, they are weak, and they should not.
What I can say, knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave.
Yes. Yes. The moment Frederick Douglass Nekai was an intellectual African American. You can't. Be anyhow or you're enlightener or better more sisino. The entire CCO is because as the Nipana o CCO ninim. And intina o CCO. Inti the more voting and crofo o chere to say me sure una fofo bebre o mutie de eka no. Was me see customer say my business na ikoso. It's the first one no odwen so ntimi nye ene wotimi ye. Your boys in the baby on flower teams or kasa what they I say no say they say just my relax. They say more confidence. Me confidence ya brabona me bon me boni ye. E di entia. Di ene de man. Ye man iska. Nimdie no te. Information ne buy. And this information here papa pet say the odi nsuo wadua ade na odi nsuo papa eguso. E benyini. The same way to knowledge. So the problem the difference between us and them is the knowledge that they actually structured for us to have access to. And to also much knowledge in this, we are there's so much I won't know. I didn't know. You see, I'm going your phone. Yeah, usually there's something they know that those of us who can do the phone don't know. That's all. And two bonds manufacturing knowledge. Bomb say any common knowledge of microphone peso mudio so. Ye die nim die. Bomb say any common. And two bonds say the common ye there. Sports, entertainment, religion, politics, drama. Because I know my money panye. Until money problem crowd. But the moment I will pay AI knowledge, machines knowledge, hey, there be wealth creation knowledge, there be. Anything I want to say, come here. The nipa dreams, nipa don't know how much dreams will make my It's because our dreams says especially the highly religious ones. What is the financial knowledge? Give and it will be given back to you. That's all. Pay your tithe, give offering to church. That's it. And they think that one will make them rich. That's a lie. And anything I want panini be a why ye kakra ha. If you're the government contract when you invest a bino when you sky or tono maybe a cost wa. The until ye me start to this kwa sorry until ye. We'll try and throw. Because anyone can this kwa sorry I don't depend on what sorrow in because there's something that you're doing. That is why you're successful. Not because of this kwa sorry. But once again, the practical knowledge you have ipadenka. Or the kwa shadi fufro. To what to honor your brand here, not as a train magic binadia. Meanwhile, ye dear magic, systemic, structured. It takes some processes, some steps. And ye. Now, those things start with the knowledge that you have.
Legend, that's it, as usual. But some do for baby ka crave enough in jama and penny for na omono interact. Me crowd book back unlimited opportunities. Now can I say chapter 7 will say confidence in the country and the continent. Next nipa kra so obey year one GB out no and dia won't mean ye.
Yabi.
Sana on so chire.
Ane nipa se wonyi wo huni na ba bia wo free no ana se ba bia wo tene wonyi honi a wonti menye yi. De ntia wonti menye ne se gidi a wo chu.
Yeso de bia aha no wonti tra ha obetimi atena hell. Ye no yesi aha no ye mekum aha no ye hye ne se ade kan.
Wo hia obi a waye ye wo ba bia a wo pa akọ abrochire yi se ye Canada se ye America Israel se ba bia wo be ko bia China obi a wadi ye wo bia no o ka kire say I was blessed to have been born in this country. Always. Obi a wadi ye wo bia sara betie ena wo hia de onye ye ho so a wo se krom hoden na ye ka self confidence ye ka self confidence che say wo ji hu di se bibia beto bia ro betima so wo. Now you have what it takes to create your own destiny. That's self confidence. Enti nyame ede ye to ha no enye ba bia wi ase bone wo ho de enye wo ho ba se o pese wo ye wo ha o se wo start se wo hwa de papa na the moment I start se wo hu ade papa no eno ano no fa be. That's it. And thisame nkofo se Ghana hwini ya mi so ke hwini ya wo de ko yes bibi wa hanti e betra ha yi so and so confidence in your country is everything. It's everything. There is no country that is perfect. America, akwara abaya or no Christian school afatu akum nipa school. And so still possible near of America because America is the greatest country. How can you have a great we say America press heaven I'm saying na ho ya heaven then you kum nipa. What is the kum nipa heaven da? Minyanti. But ojini mai enti oso je wudi edi enti nya bone na esi wo horo na omoka ho asem o oji nse nhira ho so the same oto ani a edi na ohu ene be kire de oba ba ye wo mai. So it's always good to be positive, to be optimistic, and because out of it your creativity will come.
Yes, I wish I said you would depend on why be any chance say ye na fe wo hwe problems obetimi asolve.
Yes sir. Yes as a wood to go this is ya is a good ya to grad into the wood to. E bi grow obi abefa akoda da. Wo so won to bi. When na ginyina besa. Ba wo gi this me adina shaha. Intimate me kwa kopi say me ye gold no. Sir, because you have some level of confidence, some level of belief, some level of positivity. Enti listen, so we share will be na so be ya obi. En se me firi no mu ba no. Ene na nama a wo tu no. Wo be hu se we obe ye. Enti wo de wo share no na o ka je se hwe. Because the more nipa be negative, pessimistic, the more na nsa nipa no nye. Yeah. And untina
okay, to us.
And untina yeah, constantly we are seeing our network in Africa you poor no India. So that the Africans will be poor. That's it. See, their confidence in themselves will be weak. And until out here brochira seeing it constantly also a child there I 40 years wa. Even though current story on Africa. Omobo football we you be there where if nice one. Eba Africa pen wakofa a die apata bi no de atwam na akora bi gina ho. It's a mechanism because the Africans' wealth they must have. And the Africans must be their servants, their workers, their slaves, their employees. And to war I'm ranting number one. You come up with a whole different strategy to diffuse Sanomano. And you the bottom if you can bottom once I'm in account. Because you can know bottom and here and hunting at the bottom. What gen on any in interest can bottom. Because obi dobanchi, obi domako, obi tonyadwa, obi tontos, obi swanoma enyeska. O se uni sika ntichese gana nye, enye sa wadwe no nenye. Tie o nyanto boase na de ka na wote ase pe wo beko. So abrante ofi ha wo so ko school Canada wo to Ghana ho na dwe ne da fi ase. Na dwe no woni information. So he's a slave. So enye koma edo na here is the vision that you have. And this also your fasting 1 week. Because we need the obedia. The pema wakoso a bobra a bibi si wani so. Na die de si wani so. As a matter of fact, bibi si wani so a common no. On kwadi I don't know if do ni do who be no na mini di na mini di fi ni si dani so. Because sad didn't see what this is. Emma common I say project be a way and a business be a watch chichre. We bet my trust 8 hours. Now you the few class or need. Because that becomes nourishment to you. So your vision is nourishment. So to whose will be say come we need vision be.
And then they was said deliberately, any intentional was he jai sans and bonina a cafaya home, be ni where Jimmy or Nimians or Moya Moas as a motia jai.
O pese a chesa or no one in Panacas only me. The chesa won ye
Nimnipa.
No, and the chesa also won ye. Man for air building factories in companies like I said, won't mean ye be that. Sanity. And two shall be okay, Cass answer, a chesa or nip vision. Or nothing. You will never see a great person. I would take normal basa and a chair baby free. You didn't see that. Just pick any of these great kings and queens around the world. Any great business person, politician. I wish share na walk cancer hardly. I'll bet it, sir. Why? Because a nipa walk cancer papa who are the pan on the bakers here. Did you come down for a walk up if you want to say, hey, you know, that should be a main profit, but I can tell you that person will not be great. And he won't do much for himself and for his people.
Legend, yeah, I see. And I mean, you better waste time, but me one last one. I can say, ye dear no sono. I will say ye D no crack quans because you will be more D in but no crack. And partner say, I don't about or hit here, and maybe a scan free. After Ohio Sabbath catch and say, why you ran as I say, near money in our swat. This is scan be on your free and in your papa. Who's also catching and say, see, yes, can one no cream. There's a wedding no cream, I say, when you scan, so I need a
Ane, because once I know Sikana Kazan the skill nenya is a particular mindset and also nya answer when ska. This year not met my aware or china met my way 1 million Ghana cedis at to account. When you ska by interest unim sisi nyano. It was just ye give you ha a kwambe na befa so benya bi. But the ono ankasa ne nya ne sa ne sika no wo bre ya na dwen so to normal wo invest ya wo nya sa sika no. So we just say sika free in sema man 2 years umrane sakuta. Because the wealth is coming from who he is, who he has become. There's wealthy person and there's a rich person. The rich person can have money. They say, "I'll bet I'm 100,000. I'm rich. I have money." But when I'm wealthy, we use as a still sikaniba because more normal matter to a year edisikaba. And internal for no muko politics muko years can go free so 8 years upa twawedi. The odisikano to yenye na san free nisa because nimdiena yedinya sikano no kremu no nibi. And na woni no kremu a wonim no kremu a de na wusua no ntimi nsua ne ye. E de say de wo ye adwuma na obokro no wo adwuma nem nti wakatu ya 5,000 no we another 5,000. Really o senka 5,000 e pia uka no and also hu siesi ebo ho ban ye ne ye. But because we are money 10,000 wonim sika nim tetem ya obo so sika. Nti nipa de bebre a wo mo say sika bebre no is because sika na wonya no wamfa nim de ne nyaaye. A chance a lotto and many times a chrono cra. But the one ankasa de nimdie ne ntete hihye ne sika no won say sika na wo mokro no so because wonim say wo to nantwie baako na se wo bomodin ama na wo na be yenum na wanwe na wo sa bomodin na be yensia edu wo ha wonim say wo ton baako bi a 10,000 wo ye odefo but wo be bransa na nantwie na firi baako akoye wo ha now the we sika no wonim sa technique no inti se sebe wadamfia obo ni din omo wo ha na mo ze sika up there bi sika mfiri baby bom na abawo even so bi de chaw kra na so obebo ho ban no unim sa nim de na untimi mo ho ban ntina obo ha ye betimi de sika eja no enso onkomra no na sika ni nyina ahye because sika na ye de chaw sem edan ma kra na se wo anhuhu nyansa ampe bi anka ho a ebehye. So the problem is not the money with you per se. Is do you have the skill set, the tools, the mindset to create that money? No panic here. Anything I'm home baby, a war and I say baby, all free per se, even though I count on here the unim a physical and I bet you there's a bit and I say be here. So, to could 100,000 or places, yes, or the Cotasas and other copy visa. Obisu could 100,000 or so the Koyefu. Obe dada no ankofo be dada no aboza kina umra no o fu kese wa fa paafo woni ni miru ha ni sika pe obi edu ha wotu apaafo ka woni sika pe nkofo ya wo se o mo sika yi dodo se na wa paafo wo mu ni bi nkofo na ko ya no mbro mbie enti e da no be kire no bo se woni bi for that form. You know, so money is really it's in the mind. And it's a mindset, it's a skill set, it's a disposition, it's discipline, it's a character thing, they come out of your habit, the way you relate with money, the information you have about money. And these things, you can study them over time. And the moment your financial knowledge is polished, you see, as simple as that. And it needs a we are selling when you be. We are branded or your Jumamo and Mimi, a kind of Yamaha Bohombai. Now, it's because I was like the financial system, like Timono, because it's not actually the Timon say. Do you any chroma or my boss here? No, that today. Or my boss and now that talker, or my credit card. Oh, yeah, Juma, go to your car. Yeah, and come on, even though you was our system. And yeah, the end of the year, Juma once, yeah, a bedocro. Well, yeah, the end of also will be a my credit card. Also per capita start a business. You start any fruit because I had your mukromo. You had no cre and you start a business no. So your honesty is your capital. It is a wood chantro. Nano you're not a mousika. Also bet you went to no problem. Another about our Kusama Kwasama scouts bet you went to ya. Bedru baby no be a mousika be a uni. Therefore you will struggle financially because you're not honest. In an economy that you don't have access to a lot of these things, your greatest asset is honesty. To was all kind of cry. I feel be no delay on slow. When him saw the Sika Mawa ebeba, when him saw the normal mouse a cotton father dear brand out the beba. And 10 be almost a obia did be before for day. A bebra, it will be a old chunk of phone. Don't worry. Oh, I bet you. To both I feel will be a more, I mean, you'll be an emo suban and yeah. So your character really is your greatest asset. Wow.
Okay, legend, that's and you know, say the me for and was so on person no interacting to know your best session the cribina your job was in him so you're very busy. Seminar no so about no go so young to ye. And Auntie Tilly wa ha, Chinaba wa ha, a junior enterprise, a junior magazine. And a job waji so never cause you know, no so
I may want to go dangerous one.
Okay. A job Francis what to make a job Francis war. Okay, a job Francis in what they young call I didn't legend one and
no. Hey, legend. Obama how Adam.
Deji.
Yes, sir. Over the river doom. That was a pure home Bible pa near the man to Matoho.
Wow.
Who be a nipa.
Come on.
Oh, my here free so. Oh, my nipa Mudaho and 10 times do I get me a ni humanity. It's all my message and I'm a mitrim. This is how we be my brand identity. They be of Libya. Namus any pay. I didn't say, okay, physical. The council by when you be. Oh, man, no free argument. My own see a dear home. Oh, my own say, oh, young cancer and Pamaya home. One it for now, it's a deal for me, we are sad that what we do a paba. But there be a no cassa, be seen in a whole SMA, they also met from. Let me you, if he said, I'm on more son me. Now, once I'm not canon, I know send Pierre, my memo, no more jack collection of Motoya. My commander is 35 years. Besides, I said, dear, when I said that you were not or could do heaven. Daddy, Madame. Nada, why dear. Never the benefit can be a mechanic. Sabi, I'm a magazine, my didion. That a magazine, my didion. A magazine. But Jonah said, you're not to buy me shop. You're not to buy. You're not to buy me shop. You say, hey, how do I dear? 19 times do many in my minimum. At a take. I said, who's a blue abruchi? I said, who is a ampa or Bobra, but over 9 years, dear my. Yeah, that's it. That's a Mamma, if I found who this will put that. Now, Mamma, Jimmy, oh, my number, oh, my Kaiminti, oh, my Jimmy, who is me nipa. Oh, my mini Jimmy, what time? The first year, I bear cried me, a film my dream, make Kaimi Jimmy Woody. Now, Miss Anna Pam more confidence, may you default. That media we are singing a moment in our buy, what whammy. No, Shram so. That I say, Kinsoro Moadama, Moussa no Adom Ramiso. That I say, or Shramiso. That I say, I'm here from Mabusium. I'm a see me, I mean, I'm a musse, me mood, make him a cousin mood, and no be bam and no be cat. First, now the Truby started Juma, send them what, but to see all now, what chile, no correct, no madam. And no matter me boom so buggers to me from it, and no more happy fat, but to win him symmetria, mutriaka. And I will have no be a friend for Canada. Lord no meba, Minis Cassana Mano. Dada, one man chance check. Hey, Cafes Namakoyan and Camerico too tight to Dada. Come to go tight. So Swadama, Mamma, Jenny, I am numb. Madame say, I made them want some combat to the near and the part of Dawson. The message said that Dada Cosso, and maybe more Bamu. When they say me minting our buy, and it do not minting our barriers. I have a boy energy for me, may promise so. Next 4 years that I can't be near or Ghana have me can't be.
That's right.
Billionaires or Ghana have me. I've been that. You say simple, say me can't be. The baby boom is so. Now, me do I say that no years of the mouse say, "Oh, Mr. Ben, I can't IBC." That I made was it. That was so. That was it. And you are new 3 years so. Because na guide you, na guide you to know. Na church, seminar de Kamenyanka 2 weeks be a
That's right.
2 weeks be a yeah. That's it. I'm for club. I'm for Kuska club. I'm for say that I'm strong boy. I'm for Kuska Coco Semre. But I'm for him. But we fit what's a mere bar, you walk could draw me who here, me who say, our trouble coming home so no cry. Who so be Cassatia be near me both foot. They said, no more woman, a bit do. Who say me Jana saw, who say, me or the four. I don't know me and Hossa. That will be who magazine say, even anybody some Jim. Adama. I be do that's it, that's it. I'm a bit doing that's it. Because I can maybe something in heaven. So I don't want my idea about that's it. That's it.
Okay, that's it. Is that what the legend about?
Oh, the network in the Hammy. Papa, Yamawaju.
Yeah, video so.
The network having to be Tranitia. Be semi bisa say, me questions in you no pepper, ni ensa. I'm did so bad my boy. Ye di kind. Nyami bi wo baabi a o hire nipa. Ema odo ho to de so a ana without onono unye yi. Ye di kind no. E pa cho ye to so mienu. Na se uhu ayeye kwan a na wanya oba pa antra wachi a so ubeye yie ana if you want to be ntra wunne yire na wanya oba pa ado so atesen ni etoso miensa adwuma be potin na wo Ghana ha oka business o te ha no ye adwuma be ye adwuma ben ane yen a ye wo ha no ye de ho kɔhyɛ a ebetimi aboa mesra wa bo ni ema miensa ho.
Okay. Me da say Ajabaji. No as one of the guy told me so say you're not. We never knew some more juma. Nyame be gidi say nyame be the boy we say. I don't think that this word came out of chaos. I think there's an intelligent being, whether it's all friend in nyame, you call it energy, whichever it is. And I think that sir the critics areas or principles or what it will be asking. And into that there is a number of beta wa common number. And into that sebe Obano Bemeshia Nipatimi the universe, the sun, there's a specific distance, the sun from the earth. Inti me nyini se wiase no but I don't think say nyame no and I was say will push you and san wa ye. Yes, as nyame push you kura na wo sisi a jona to push aba bi na say udin samoni a obenyem enye nyame de push no your principles o kwa say the be free mama. Enti wo hwehwe no ma na wo de abo wiase no ebo wiase no ho ban na wo hu a de fa ye de hu no wo de be ye. And this will be catch also better sorry the man sana be ya o twa ntro na chese nko bi o wa sorry dem biara o so ye ana o betra nkramo dem no ye keka we ya da bi ye die no eti se be wo carpenter be yom pa ma wo so o sa nim die na o betima yem pa no oni sa nim die na wonti me ye na before so benya sa nim die wo sua so the same with ye die enti medwen se nipa wo sua ye die no na ye won sua nhire bia ma onye ye no matter what people say na nyame ne mami ye also nkono ona o ye adwuma enu ntino aye ye wo ye ni business o calculate ni sika obi de ne ka wokoje nzo be ka cho say nyame ne mami ye maybe so person can say I don't have problem with that, but there are principles and if partise kwia ezi ameno tie so obi do je ne na se no bia ye mo ti je ne na so mo twa je ne na ye ntwa bi nti ada na be ka chem say that God is biased. So but I think there are principles that we need in order for us to be successful. And I think those principles were part of creation. And it's just like animal. So if you study aerodynamics, you will see that the air is a fluid. There are winds or the entire sometimes even when they come magazine part of a lot of the accidents are the way I was a car the farm from money more nipa na sebi accident or be kota one no to there are a lot of imbalances because these are natural laws. So and that I think that obeya is our laws no so there are laws of prosperity. If you don't know them, you won't succeed. The second one, yes, unya oba and I say unya kunwa. Unene na dwen ye baako na mo kabom na mo ye adwuma a mudi yentem esene se wonkwa wonam ana se wone woko. As a matter of fact, if there is any one great decision here, nipa bebre be making in this world, I the one. To timi ware papa, as one nyina kɔ benkromu a abrabono ye yentem. Na o ware de one o konso a wɔtwe say. Indeed, I don't think that Obia is so much perfect to identify Obia or is so perfect to marry. I think it's training, it's development, both of you. Mokas okay, but how many into way and what's this here? Into Obana and I said, the Mikunusu and Missuabi, Obama and I said, the Onusu and Missuabi. You will never be the same people that everyone is independent, is different individual. So you will learn differently. You have different aspirations, different likes. But when I'm saying, we are in a team. And to go when you're person, and because you're person, I go with normal when was this year. Now more than a cray and auntie. And to show bisa ono no ye o suban so peso sua dia ndwen sam beko na ye Africa mema yeso ya na ye ta hunu na ma no dodo ya ndwen se ye ne se ye bibia na ye ne anim bi o se o so nya botre na oba no so kasa sabi utie na okrokro no the oba ntiase different from obema ntiase nti oba want bema ase no dem bia ono ne beko na obema want oba ase no so dem bia ono ne beko because no person onipa etwase a de hia no sua and o person se oba boy o person o ka asema won fiu o de opa hwe ade ye ni interest pa na start se ne ka ho asema be open up se ya. So it means that people are ready to talk about what is important to them. To the same with your wife or with your husband. And so maybe say ade ye nyina ye chechire. I don't think so there is any destiny for anything per se. Maybe say nyina ye si. There's a whole sin ye na onim nyansa ubenya de papa. Say sabi unim nyansa so a obebre. And so that is one. The other one is there any specific business. I think largely anything in the agriculture stream is open to many of us. So we trade and also produce. And the other one is trading, from construction product to finance to fashion, spare parts, machines, agri product. Business there. Say business many businesses is because of the management in the business in the course. It's not so much the specific product, so long as the product is in demand. And it's a nipana wash business. Na chino betma ton koko kelewele or the best dime or the be normal be brave because when him see manage business. Obu also betma kofa go do grama still. Or ya abon se sikana ban or the din se mununa business nego. And so it's really about the people behind the business than the business itself to a very large extent. Because we have radio stations, they be most track, they be so console. Juma bia, even mine crano, Sabi yetimi pama obi ne yesi obi so manage. Ezo obi ba otimi ani obi so ba otimi say no. Because of what they know, their skills, how they work, how they think. And so it's more of what your business know, who you have become. And I bet you it's a business and be successful it will fail. So thank you very much.
Yeah, that was just say okay. Okay, that's it. I just hope you all.
Okay,
you.
Asama mekane yana o yi nsam ni hiano ba de mpesa mekache no say we ka hwa yem say 3 times kwani asam na o kan enye say o tufu kekewu o ka setre nimpa akoma ene na nti ase nti ohun no say na de na o ye na ye sonko nti mamo amesa obinda akon fan say ebia like or ye lectures and asa obibi hu anim de na o ka or ade bi woni mu a o ka kire yen na ye wo ne kurom Ghana no ema ya dwen no anyame de abo hen because on Mexica ena on kire wo se bata asam na o ka na no asam na o de kasa nyankopon ko na no asam na de boss ne asase inti no in a way no nyame bi na appeal no mu nti onkoso anye de o ye no memo ma bibia nsi ne kwan. Sana na mpesa mkache nde bia obeka ya obi kasa ani we can back me dia me can sa action nchen me dia ngasa de Paul Kofi
Yes, sir.
na ma ye no opi nti adwuma na oye no eye sofo se ye okonfo se oye hwana o ade bia no a nipa bia ye ka no ekomo no oye bi nti no onfa ne se oye very special person na otena won nti nasam no e ba ne tiri mu a obetro wo ontro no nkoso nye de oye no eno pe de obetuma ayama ewiase na obaye na eno ana oye no apart from no anemba no ye ne mba but ode de nyame de ru ne mun na ode be ma ye ni aba ye ho so nti de oye no eye ade sonko nti onfa na ho saa na ma mo bia mbu na like bia nka ha na dwen onko so onye because de nyame ma oba asase so mbe eno ano because wonum kasa no e ma nipa hu se na san na sei na meti wo na meche nti ye de wosua nti de e wonum nti ofen ye adwuma sesa na mpesam de bia ababa bia meshendia mese repeat de e wonum no president for ba o se o den IMF den wo so wo ye nyame de ase omu nti onkoso anya sa koso aye na ye mo ebi o na watro egu ho na o kan na yesua na me dia atukan ye wie nti me ba abo mo na me so me ba mo so bete me nka na ka say me na de bia me ka sa asem we
okay
what you say because wo ma ade anyame di bo nimpa na ewo nimpa ni mu no ene na edi that is what you are doing nti me nim say obatro ho book dia
If I me one question mount. If I chow Ghana adwuma ewo ho ana say enipa ewo man mu ene enim ne omo beye ntina obi anya ya wo se adwuma ni Ghana pa chow betumi a kire me mu kakra serewa
okay and it hey no adwuma ho adwuma ye di ediye no de edi pe akatua ede asensemu anasa atitem ena ya ne ho de especially for mo so ma school no but adwuma ye di ye de abu because me nyi ni se nyame bo wi ase se ise nipa obi foforo fa nipa adwuma ansa na wadidi enti ba bia nipa wo bia no ntro ma ya asase o ma ye nuaba o to nsugu so o ma ye home sa no ma no they are enough for anybody to create their own survival or wealth. And if there's nowhere in the world that a human need, now nkofo bi person mo kire say also obi bia adwuma ansa na wo wanya bia ye. And eno na wo say attack sa adwen. Kro bi abrante wo so bia obetima ye bibi. And inte na ye ka say nim de no ene hia no. Because if sa kro na wo te so a wo so hwe ni so no. China ni aba abebie starch factory afaw. Starch no bagino favre. Odi nim de na ba ye skape. Because I want to mean starch factory, I'll be to my Gary factory. I buy a bin and maybe no so person or be a restaurant. Who knew on you to go or consider them, I'm dancing. No coke room, no considering for some man or morning wo. And what? Wouldn't say the first day I was starting to auto no man when you're skakaka. Anybody who's no beef or be a restaurant, a funny pipe. And so no need to go or the chassis. Enti the idea them CSC hu we ase na yete no ye Ghana we ase na CSC ye normal o ya brante wa ha wo se woni hwe ye kura na wo de opa ko ochira ko pe obi abobo ya nkofo bebra atobi a mo de sisa bola fa wo crash sem to nche na ka che o se wo krom na wo no wo de abobo ya be sisa bola de hwe se woni dia enti bibia ye betima ye de adi ye bia no the knowledge to manage what comes in is what is important.
Pacho, now me follow up question is say any natural say obi ti Ghana na se okasa adwuma ni ho a niam a okeka ye e wo se wotumi bie nani na wo hunu ni obeya a obetumi anya fa ahodi obi won ha sesi a me no okasa wayo wawie university na sen level fo no mawie a opepe masters bi akwaye ene ne ekeka ho the first degree in kura wo ye no mfa nya adwuma nye and so say wo san kohwe se obekọ ebi aka ho na mo na mako school ni bi school no ko bi ka ho wie na onya adwuma ye ana say first one wako na wie no senka de pa adwuma na wonya bi nya ne no wo so hu ni obeye ho ana asese mesre wa so chire mu kakra
the current is school no ni nyina de esi pa ye first degree na de ka ho bia nche da nyi hu sa so person ko kira de a especially o university and akoye sa postgraduate ni bia ka ho afọ akoye PhD but the highest form of education for many industries is first degree. And from Ghana, many people don't need first degree. What they need is secondary school education. And yet the other can't hold into the Obenya Juma. Sometimes just confusion. You can be confused. And also about brand into or person or quan or be as on sa. Do was a uncle for no or no you say our school a PhD into a successful. No, the success is not in the school or the certificate. Is the success is in what you do with the certificate. And this all weird now to me for certificate you are a failure. It doesn't matter the grade they gave you in school. Because that knowledge in the school in your there. Go on Africa bomb the show. The only people prove is also knowledge in the air, the other produce results. And here one of those things that you know, one they are confused here kakranti. You go for no pay school, but on pay juma. Juma no chile say, one no ankasa den inside can be a shisha ni ye. And ya abra obi ntuanika. That kind of a jumano issue. Until I go for the law degree, no sound laziness, law, political science. One no ko join MPP, NDC. Now by now head on. What talk? And no nye juma. No crepa no. Juma e de wono no kodo banche. Woni mwa obi amaniska. No watimi ya afa ni pa juma. Wodi ene eten wona. Eno no school for no mpeni sa. Omo pese ya tuanika 100,000 amani made Land Cruiser. O kwa bruchire ba. Kopem se obi di sister ye pamona free adwuma mu ala bo hu say na de oye na nya adwuma because many times the chechere ne de 60 years no graphic na no start here afi kura na ni sika eba so afi na 60 years yeso ko retirement was afi na hia na start atiasi enti school ne de mechanic say nya no pese won't tell certificate na chi especially se ba yedia in the tertiary or yejuma and until I grow ya bones a branch bia me makoye me den makoye me den o ya or political office national agency one CEO the domato to TVs near jomo ho ya tole bia me wira ho se China for na factory mo go for the mo pa ba yejuma ye e de ani mo the camera to so no aka obi a political commentator. It's a sad thing. It's very sad. So we are not producing. So a lot of the activities that many of our people are involved in are very much unproductive. But when you ska, because your mind is no, yeah, on the vessel. But I tell you, beba, it won't fail out. It won't fail big time. Because really, it is that in the world hiding. And our mum pese beka. That is what we have to tell them. So we're faithful. Conform what is on more China build the factories. What yes, oh, your political party. Yeah, now, yeah. Contract in and watching wafa. Was 1 year, unya coronabo. And yeah, you know, yeah, my school, dear school, I go. Then I go see I prove it by what you do. You know, so until school, dear, almost when I get in Shadanya, who's that. Now, school, no crowd and survey. We have my courses in baby gray in here. Naja intimin kantia. Bebre yaw. Ko school ko ye painting ba was wa ko school dey painting. Be na adeko. Be dey produce. And normal ehia ahoko produce ma ya ehia no na nke ko so ekuhu ko so ya pe hu nim de na ya be produce the same thing. How go school ko so Arabic no wa ha mo be jira ya ma ko so English. That would have been this good. What can you produce? What skill set na unya ye? Many of our people don't have any except talking.
except talking
Yes.
except talking pa because say wo Ghana na hwe TV so na tie the way political ayifo no ene wo bi nya wo nyina ade be tutumi ho so mu kasa productivity bi ani sa
Yeah, productivity be any and on my good time. I said, yeah. Well, be MP to a successful.
Yeah. Now could also be a fast and capasumo. Your fast and so soon be any. Soon be any. Now by my name, near my question, I'm a debate to and I will be so about and say,
yes.
Will be a real university. Now, first degree in here. Then you have who near to money.
Yeah.
Uhamu deɛ na kyerɛ sɛ wohwɛ paa deɛ anka akɔ school sɛ bra na bɛbi adwuma o na nyi kwa sɛ wokɔ school sɛ woba bɛpɛ adwuma because one wo started school no akura kɔ ɔmo ɔmo awie da de esu sɛ adwuma ni hɔ enti na okura esi adwuma ni now uma parents tua sika ɛkɔ hin ba yɛ nyinaa na ade bɛwie school na wo expect sɛ obɛni adwuma enti na kyerɛ sɛ enti na kyerɛ sɛ me dey anka me nko ade anka parents bi wɔ ha ana sɛ ɔyɛ abrante bi wɔ ha na wunua bi eko school a na wɔ sɛ motive ne sɛ wo wie school na ɔde aba abɛ solve problem na no me ne they kind of saying we are fe we kwamna we are fe o kan wɔ sɛ ultimate wie school na de bɛ solve problem ne kwa sɛ wie school na wo de bɛ pɛ adwuma yɛ because so hwɛ mu China fo yi a yɛ nyinya omu video kakra kiti no start no wɔ yɛ bibi. Diana and Emma want to say and call for a share no more about that. They don't just watch it and think about it because it's giving you some message. It said there's something here. Baby, what I was so sure free uncle Anketin kitten or moody tools so yeah, Juman in the account.
China in education, or more to develop more education or develop more. Yeah, will be our no year and I mean so before slaves. After what Japan some kind of education here. By and that education was never designed to develop the minds of our people. The foundation is wrong. To your side education, even that's one compare information for I won't be fine. And it's very obvious. So the more school the more one need the ground. Into education where a pseudo European education, if you want. A chichi nipa. Just a nipa we are. The obetman free me and for grofo who or brofo walker. Say advantage in podia. Now what team copy different information. I don't know your free more. This what copy different information na be man anya kokodro obetimi akọ. But what you shoot the same content where they are fan copy bia. This will be so nsa. Na da nipa be ja nsa so no ntimi nya hwe.
Yeah. There's a line and Sasono, ne say, do na try so many political adjumamu, and Sason and
yeah, and political. And I mean, I'm for Bibri and I'm no more CCF. Bibri are so for say. Annie. You are so for. Annie.
And then, oh, I have said, Nasa Wood, near 28 year program. Accra, bra, so I now you not come home. I'm 28 which is next week Saturday.
Yes.
I was said I 28. I was so Kobe. Now what you know Juma. Now media na sometime a casa and my way and a did attempt because do not doing Juma. Because if you don't think that means your brain is not working.
Yeah.
Because I was so more doing Juma. Manajumanya because the Kaya Kenyan, I didn't tell America said. So her Chinese if one call Ankitin Kitty a woman, you can't say, you tools near dinner. That should stop you right there to think. That should give you something to think about. Because I won't power China, Winya, woman to me manufacture a mouth.
That's right.
Until 28, yes, seminar, and this seminar is changing people's life. Enti bomodia ne kobi wo wunu ya wo Ghana tua mano wo nkobi ena ne first time one we show benda akwa woni odi ahenka ye program fe wo sani ya mo ba to mtimenka
ani anditi
ai wo ne ayi nati
yatunga
yo wo nati the way nati wo vima wo de kasa obi biara ni kwa oti obenda akwa entimi changing the destiny unless you say you don't want to change yen nyina ye kasa nyina no asesa yɛn ne nyinaa yɛ seminar yɛkɔ ne ne programs ayɛhwɛ nti yɛdeɛ yɛn bribe obi awa ha na mmom sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ wadwene nyɛ adwuma paa deɛ a yɛba abɛyɛ knowledge seminar kone kosua nyansa because let me tell you broni nim nyansa nsene yɛ ni o abrɔfo kɔ a lot of seminars because a lot of millionaires were abrochire ha say US ya ebi mu yɛ high school even drop up college drop up but omu kɔ seminars a lot nti omu ni wonimdie ade bia omu yɛ bi omu ohun nimdie nti obehu sɛ no ayɛ successful nti me mama sɛm nwa yɛde yɛ bɔda wuro no wobɛtena hia mu atenam but wopɛ so adwen yɛ adwuma soso de a kɔ seminar ni bi 28 of December ya wadwen be start yɛ adwuma because we are creating millionaires wo kɔ me channel so atili to the top kɔne kɔhwɛ mrantie a we are creating millionaires wote Ghana wo se adwuma ni ho you be ton bɔdeɛ ɛde ayɛ yɛ sɛ twɔ de yɛsi dam yɛ no nien so be ton force when they now get a degree, not them. One of them get a certificate, no. Not and then me.
Yes, shall see a come on. Because my shall say, I'm boy. I shall see at the age of 19. At the age of 21, I'm work as 21-year-old boy. I'm 20 pounds in Saka.
Wow.
Now I know you're my family bag. Tell me, I know can't want some frustration in your mammy cool when I'm shading. I'm saying, I'm in Yanko. But I can information is as hard you win in a baby one. Coming out with three. Sometimes the teaching is not many more boys in a casa. Yana Mirasa, was it? I'm preaching the same thing I'm and after me preach almost every among ye more money, but who come on to us. I must say, I don't know who to. You for say Ghana. Now, so what's your butcher wakao? I'm Zunia. I am
was a munya got
yes. My mistakes. Maybe I'm a catcher, must my mistakes will bring you so far so good. Yeah, boy, when you're back. Maybe I'm a cancer, my son of a beer. I see my return in Ghana as a reality. That is what I see. To me, share I found a catcher man and see a cool. You will go as prodigals. If you need time, you be say ye, say ye, you be let's give ourselves the time to go. I been a boy. I can't send one city credit coffee. The BCBNC. And they say, meet a person I'm around who say, I needed this man earlier on. Come and can in term one give Bianca Manco. Because I started with a zero capital. I had a shop. I had two side business and I'm here. So the minute income on a lot of things I was doing. But you know, we were misinformed. They gave us a bigger picture. We were looking at the bigger picture in the sky, not knowing say I wasn't care from Nian Antonioko. Near share so tia shares in assassin in the but in an share form. A lot of us were failing in businesses. We were making some errors somewhere because we were looking in the sky. We thought that the system is not working for us. But the system was perfect to understand say without a company, between the Sunny Makoton, the Magiske Gumbutum. But in two what me who says over ton even matches cram will be just our company. The moon said, no, the system is not for me here. But a lot of resources and time has been wasted. It's, you know, make a kanyama boom.
That's right.
Them be brave. Make a kanyama boom. And I'm going to come back.
That's right.
We have to prepare something for the people here. Wow. The return of the prodigals. We have to come. We are the prodigals of the land. I was saying, but who we have to come back home.
That's right.
Our country is going to welcome us and fix us in the system again. Me and Mama Tukwan, the diasporas, put it in your mind. We are going home, whether empty-handed or with something. We are still prodigals. At the point in time our land needed us. So let's go back. The smart ones have run away, and I'm one of them. I'm not surprised. I'm one of them. The big smart ones, you know, my journey. I'm not surprised because they faced some problems, they didn't get solutions, so they felt living was the only option. But then who say our solutions are still within our circle. As yet, analyzing things are going to work well. With this kind of information, we know we will come back and we are going to make it. It's
That's right.
prodigals. Let's go home. You know, prodigals. Your system never will be ampamoye. My last question I'm meeting with our partner say, me need be see AC mu Bitcoin. But me when say fear as to people be fear. As to people be say me no be edi nkoma na ne yema hye so nia me ko Ghana my friend ba kwa maka chere say unia you see aka 4 years yente so nkwa 3 years was me nia 4 years no cry de mami o am say aden see ka say the 10,000 pounds to go for abenya biako uti ha ye de yenko was unia 10,000 pounds no de ko Ghana anya sika bia o just 200,000 Ghana cedis you know kwa so I realize no me nia no fear upon all the tribulations and media mano, a move farming there, a move buying and selling, a money marketing to be based still na auntie. About that Romayana fear no so much preaching a cracker home.
Colonization. Okay. You have to become a conscious African. Because every data is telling you say Africa is not the way. Part of the programming was to put fear in the slave, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they will depend on the master forever. So fear is normal with people who are subjugate to them. The other one is mistrust. You don't believe in your people, you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe in your leadership. It's part of the programming. So the big code is adding a history now will see. Into when you are on your history, no fear nenko.
I see.
And yes, it cannot cry. And this whole person will deal with data. Deal with the history. Let him go and read. History beyond colonization. Africa's greatness. It will restore that strength, that memory. You will not even think of coming with money again. So as long as there is fear, you're still not there. That's a fact. Yeah. Do you think Kwame Nkrumah was fearful when he was coming to Ghana?
No.
Why? The knowledge he had.
Knowledge.
That's it. I was told to say yes, Warban was shipping container full of books when others were shipping cars and things. He shipped books. That's the man who was strong. So it's the knowledge. It's not the fear. It's the knowledge. They don't have it. So they also Kosia. And they say, oh, you'll be our school in some Hunungo or school or religious fear no normal because those two were designed to put fear in you. Not everyone can be an entrepreneur. Those are all signs of people who still in the process of learning. If you sit in Ghana, tell people not everyone can be an entrepreneur. Almost because the design system being no, they are too young. And those who speak like that think they are intelligent, but they don't have any resource. And they only think of their interest. Very selfish people. If you live in a country that the youth are going through the desert to look for job, to think that what was another. So if it is your duty to create job for somebody, we'll say not everybody can be. So you are not part of it. You see yourself as separate from the problems. Person enjoy, and the school made you to think like that. The religion made you to think like that. So you talk with a lot of eloquent English, but without any resource, except the ones that they put you in charge. Which when they take from you, you are back to zero. You know? So let's diffuse a lot of these things. Everyone can build wealth. And the best way to build wealth is to create business, investment. And when you talk of investment, it's not treasury bills and stock. Talking of cocoa farm, cattle, Kube, because those are the systems that work here. What do I say? In this whole person will be a here. It's the slave that they tell them not everyone can own a business. It's the slave. It's the enslaved. So can you be no catch an ambassador will be anti me? Yeah, share the CCD. Okay, that's it.
Okay, Achana. And then the main point. Oh,
Yeah, legendary of our time. Yeah, nananom fa mfi bibiri nka deɛ woyɛ ho momfa nimdeɛ no nka ho hia nimdeɛ no in a broader way so that the